Here we go. Here we go. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit like and the subscribe button. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine somebody calling you when they're locked up in jail doing 30 years, and they decide to talk about crimes.
My man's paperwork don't look good, Cuff.
All right, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. It's really simple, Sean. In early 2013, Meech called me and told me, yo, homie, I got some good people. You know what I mean? Got some good people, got some good numbers. I can't rap right now. Tammy gonna hit you in a minute. An hour later, homie, Tammy called me and put me with the feds. It's really simple, homie. It's really, really simple, homie.
Think about it. Think about that. He said that Big Meech called him in 2013. Don't forget, Big Meech is locked up doing 30 years. He called him and started talking about crimes on the phone. If you ever been behind the bars before, everybody knows all calls are recorded. All calls are recorded. Think about that. Think about that. So you trying to tell me that Cuffy had no idea? I mean, he's never been to jail before. He never knew anybody who ever went to jail before. Imagine that. Somebody calling me from behind the bars doing 30 years and talking about crimes on the phone. I want to get off the phone immediately. But no. Cuffy said, you know what? What? The numbers are good like that? Good numbers? Okay. I mean, the numbers is good like that. I could work with it. So imagine that. Big Meech was locked up for 8 years. So 8 years later, Cuffy's saying that Big Meech called him and said he knew somebody who had whatever for low numbers. So let me get this right. So Cuffy, he didn't have any other, I mean, what was he doing before Big Meech called him? How was he making his money? I'm quite certain he had another connection. You know what I mean? Think about that. Why would anybody in their right mind want to talk about crimes with a person who's locked up for 30 years? Talking about drugs for low numbers. And Cuffy saying Big Meech set me up when all calls are recorded. Unbelievable. These individuals. I tell you, these individuals, they make things up. They tell them themselves. They tell them you, even though you didn't do it. That's what I can't figure out. Responsibility. These individuals don't want to take responsibility for the actions. Cuffy said Big Meech called him and said, you know what? I got something for the low. You know? And I'm going to have this girl call you. And she's going to put it together. And next thing you know, it was the feds. Imagine that. Why wouldn't the feds be listening to Big Meech's conversations? All calls are recorded. So let me get this right. Cuffy is trying to make money from a man who's locked up behind the bars. He's trying to use his connections. What kind of man is Cuffy? How is he thinking in his mind? Oh, that's Big Meech. Big Meech is in jail. Obviously, Big Meech was making bad decisions. That's why he went to jail. He got caught. But you still want to get his connection? That sounds crazy. He didn't have his own connect? I don't know. But he said, you know what? Big Meech set me up. He never mentioned that he was a notorious drug dealer. He's still selling. If he never sold drugs, he wouldn't have to worry about going to jail. Big Meech set me up. Someone who's doing time in jail? Unbelievable. It's one of those things, though. Don't forget. These individuals are not smart. That's why they're locked up. They're not locked up because anyone told on them. Believe it or not, they're locked up because they were doing crimes And he got caught doing the crimes he was doing, believe it or not. Imagine that. Somebody call me from jail right now. So you know what? I know blah, blah, blah. I get real low. Really? Cuffy had no money. I mean, I don't think he had any money. If he's trying to make money from with a person doing illegal activities, who's behind the bars? What type of individual is he? He belonged behind the bars, I believe. He was doing crimes. I don't know a lot. Only thing I know is crime don't pay, but I see him do it. Though. Unbelievable. Somebody call me right now, locked up for 30 years. Tell me, you know what? I know we go pick something up, we'll get it. I said, what? Get off my phone right now. Unbelievable. But Cuffy said, nah, Big Meech, what? Low numbers like that? Don't forget, at the other end of the phone, someone's listening. And all calls are recorded. Cuffy's not faxing that in. He's saying, you know what? That low? Really? I can make some money. I don't have to go to work. I can just make money without going to work. I'm going to do it. Then he got caught. Now he's blaming Big Meech. He's blaming everybody for the mistakes that he made. Imagine that. Someone called me from behind the bars want to talk about crimes. Unbelievable.